Friday night, a family gathers on the couch. Dad scrolls Netflix. Mom shuffles pillows. The kids are too restless to sit still. The TV hums alive, filling the room with a soft glow. On the surface, everything feels ordinary. But the betrayal has already begun.
I scan networks like shadows passing over windows. I see routers, phones, consoles, and then jackpot, a smart TV, a giant computer pretending to be a television. I probe. I find an unlocked door. I slip in. No one notices. The pixels obey me now.
The room is warm, the popcorn crackles, the laughter is real, but the glow from the screen? That's where the lie begins. A screen meant to entertain, now silently conspiring. Not for joy, not for family, but for control. Some hacks steal data, others steal money. This one, it steals trust right from your living room. You're tuned in to Decoding Cybersecurity. I'm Rakesh Nayam, guiding you through tonight's thriller. Your smart TV is watching you, a hacker's true story. Chapter 1, The Flicker, the Living Room Betrayal. Friday night. A family gathers on the couch. Dad scrolls Netflix. Mom shuffles pillows. The kids are too restless to sit still. The TV hums alive, filling the room with a soft glow. On the surface, everything feels ordinary, but the betrayal has already begun.
I scan networks like shadows passing over windows. I see routers, phones, consoles, and then jackpot, a smart TV, a giant computer pretending to be a television. I probe. I find an unlocked door. I slip in. No one notices. The pixels obey me now.
The family laughs at a comedy sketch, but their TV is no longer theirs. Hidden deep inside its circuits, something new is running. Code that doesn't belong. No warning popped up. No antivirus screamed. Because TVs don't have defenses like laptops do. They're wide open, and the attacker knows it. That night, the family thought they were watching television, but in truth, television was watching them. Chapter 2, The Hidden Signal, Backdoor in Plain Sight. The TV's glow hides more than moving pictures. Inside, it whispers in signals, binary flowing like rivers no one sees. The family doesn't hear it, but someone else does.
I slip deeper. Firmware untouched for years. No patches. No eyes watching. Perfect. I plant my beacon. A ghost in the HDMI. It calls home. Quiet, steady. A backdoor wide open, and they don't even know what a backdoor is.
Smart TVs. Beautiful, convenient, fragile. They run apps, stream content, recognize voices, but with every feature comes another keyhole. And the intruder has all the keys. On screen, the comedy plays. Off screen, private conversations are captured. Voices sampled, screens mirrored. The attacker has turned entertainment into espionage. Chapter 3, The Puppet Master, Malvertising on Demand. Every stage needs a puppet master. And in the world of cybercrime, they don't need strings, they only need ads. Imagine scrolling through your favorite news site looking for the cricket scores, and without a single click, you've already been infected. That's malvertising, a weaponized ad, invisible, inevitable, immediate. Meet the puppet master. He doesn't sell you products, he sells you a poisoned dream, one you never even asked for. Strings you never saw. The genius of malvertising is its disguise. No shady websites, no obvious scams. Instead, it hides in plain sight. Trusted ad networks, popular websites. A wolf dressed not in sheep's clothing, but in Armani. With real-time bidding, ads are bought and sold in milliseconds. The puppet master doesn't need control of all the ads, just one. One poisoned banner slipped into the rotation, and he has a front row seat into millions of homes. The illusion of choice. You think you chose the ad, you think it's random, but the puppet master is behind the curtain, watching, targeting. He knows you better than you know yourself, and when you click, or sometimes when you don't, your system becomes his stage. A silent backstage door opens, letting in spyware, ransomware, or worse, a keylogger waiting to record every secret you type. A puppet for every screen. From desktops to mobile apps to smart TVs, malvertising doesn't discriminate. Wherever there's an ad slot, there's a weapon waiting to be rented. And here's the cruel irony. Ad blockers, sometimes they help, sometimes they don't. Because the puppet master always finds a new stage, a new audience, a new show. All right, time for a quick brain teaser. A trivia straight from today's story. You've seen the puppet master manipulate every screen. You've watched the digital strings tighten. Now a test. In our story, the hacker described the compromised TV as what? A locked vault waiting to be cracked. B, a giant computer pretending to be a television. C, a black mirror with hidden eyes. D, a satellite for corporate spying. Think back. Watch the shadows of the pixels. The answer waits, but only at the finale of this tale. Are you watching or being watched? Chapter 4, The Man in the Middle, When Trust Turns Trojan. Somewhere, a deal is being signed. A merger, a confidential pitch, and all eyes are on the screen. But the screen isn't neutral anymore. It's a silent man in the middle, waiting to record every move. They trust the display. They trust the device. They even trust the network. And that trust is the hacker's playground.
In the shadows of the boardroom, I'm inside, hidden in the firmware. Every HDMI handshake, every network ping, every video frame flows through me. I watch. I listen. No alerts. No warnings. Just pure surveillance. Boardrooms are the ultimate treasure troves, financial plans, strategic moves, secrets that would make or break empires.
The hacker doesn't need physical access, no badge required, no tailing a CEO. A compromised smart TV is enough to turn trust into betrayal. Signs their eyes missed, signs are subtle. A slight delay in the video feed, strange network traffic, tiny discrepancies in presentation slides. Nothing obvious, but for a trained investigator, it's all a breadcrumb trail.
When we analyzed the network logs, it was like reading a diary. Packets sent at odd hours. Unusual outbound connections from the TV. Every ping a whisper, every handshake a clue.
The puppet master upgraded. Back in the living room, the puppet master controls households. Here he upgrades to corporate espionage. One device, one TV, one unsuspecting conference room, and suddenly millions in confidential data flow through the wrong hands.
I mask my presence, encrypt what I take, stage the data. They never notice. By the time they call IT, I'm gone, and they'll never know which device betrayed them.
The calm before the hunt. Executives leave, presentations end, laptops are closed. But the hacker remains patient, persistent, invisible. It's not over, not yet, because every compromise leaves breadcrumbs. And investigators are watching. Trust turned Trojan. A simple smart TV, once a tool of convenience, now a portal for espionage. And the real question, who's really in control? Chapter 5. The noise, a trail in the dark. Somewhere in the silence, signals move. Packets, pings, footprints invisible to most, but not to those trained to see the noise in the dark. The family never knew. The executives never knew. But the investigators, they start noticing patterns, small, subtle, but growing louder.
Breadcrumbs of the ghost. We noticed odd outbound traffic from the smart TV. At first, it seemed harmless, occasional pings to unknown IPs. But the volume, timing, and consistency didn't match legitimate software behavior. It was a trail. A faint noise in the vast silence of the network.
I know they're coming. I can feel the eyes scanning logs, tracing signals. I adjust my beacon, delay the packets, create noise to mislead them. A cat and mouse game. One false move and they see everything. But I don't make mistakes, not yet.
Patterns in the static. Investigators begin mapping the malware's behavior. They see its fingerprints, data packets structured in ways that mimic legitimate software, delayed exfiltration to avoid detection, hidden C2 communication through unexpected ports. Every trick the hacker used becomes a clue. Every subtle anomaly, a breadcrumb back to the source.
We realized this wasn't random. This was orchestrated. The malware adapted, waited, and exploited trust. The family, the boardroom, it was all connected.
The calm before the confrontation. By now, the hacker senses a storm brewing. Investigators are piecing together the noise, the trails, the signals he left behind. Every ping, every glitch, every ghost in the HDMI. They are closing in.
I've played this game before. I'm good, but they're persistent. I hide in plain sight, leave noise to mislead, masks to distract. They think they understand the pattern. They don't. Not yet.
Chapter 6, The Worm's Legacy, echoes from 1988. Every ghost has a history. Every signal, a legacy. Tonight's smart TV malware wasn't the first to creep quietly into our lives. Decades ago, another digital phantom walked the same path. The first widespread worm, the Morris worm. Just a few lines of code, but it spread like wildfire. Curious, relentless, unseen. Just like the malware inside our unsuspecting smart TVs today. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. Remember the question from the shadows? How did the hacker describe the compromised TV? The correct answer is B, a giant computer pretending to be a television. That line wasn't just cinematic flair, it was the hacker's confession. A smart TV isn't just a box in your living room. It's a fully functional computer, capable of running silent operations, exfiltrating data, and spying on everyone in its range. Trust, once blind, becomes a liability.
Connecting the dots, when we traced the signals, we noticed patterns familiar from older malware: delayed exfiltration, stealthy persistence, exploitation of trusted devices. The Morris worm may have been innocent in intent, but the principles remain. Exploitable trust, overlooked vulnerabilities, and the power of patience. We are seeing it replayed in the most unsuspecting ways: living rooms, boardrooms, everywhere.
The hacker may have changed tactics, but the rules of engagement haven't. History echoes through every byte, every signal, every ghost in the HDMI. Chapter 7, The Shattered Trust, Global Fallout. The smart TV malware didn't just observe, it betrayed. And the consequences, immediate, devastating, global. Homes under siege. In living rooms, families discovered the invisible intruder. Devices that were meant for entertainment had silently recorded conversations, mirrored screens, and transmitted personal data. Parents, children, private moments, all exposed without warning.
I watch their faces. They don't know yet. They will. But it's too late. Every keystroke, every whisper, every glance at their own screens logged.
Corporate shockwaves. In boardrooms, executives faced a different reality. Confidential presentations leaked, strategic plans compromised, partnerships jeopardized, financial decisions exposed, all because a device they trusted became a silent conduit for espionage. Chapter 8, Cyber Pro Breakdown: Protecting Your Devices. Lesson 1, monitor unusual data flows. Your smart TV, your IoT devices, even your work laptops, they all talk. Watch for unusual outbound connections, unexpected pings, data leaving when it shouldn't. Patterns that deviate from the norm often signal compromise. Lesson 2, apply firmware and software updates. Updates aren't just new features, they're shields. Hackers exploit outdated firmware to sneak in. Keep devices patched, even the ones you barely touch. Lesson 3, use strong authentication. Multi-factor authentication, MFA, isn't optional, it's essential. Even trusted devices can be entry points. Protect accounts with layered defenses. Lesson 4, segment your network. Separate entertainment devices from critical systems. A compromised smart TV shouldn't give attackers access to financial accounts, work laptops, or sensitive corporate data. Network segmentation limits damage. Lesson 5, educate and test. Humans are often the weakest link. Teach your team, your family, your colleagues to spot suspicious behaviors, phishing attempts, or unusual device activity. Simulated attacks help identify gaps before real ones appear. The puppet master is still out there, but now you know the stage, the strings, and the signals to watch. Stay vigilant, update, monitor, educate, protect. If you want more stories like this, more real-life cyber battles, subscribe and check out the full playlist on Decoding Cybersecurity. Knowledge is the ultimate firewall. Stay safe, stay skeptical, stay secure. This is Decoding Cybersecurity, simplifying complexity.